is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and DGen freaks? Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. WTF Tron, WTF Paris Hilton, WTF the entire crypto space being in complete fear, and also Bitcoin actually going past 61,000 and then just now getting rejected again and going right below 60K again. I mean, I don't know what stage of the market this is. Wendy O was basically kind of feeling the same when she's like, what stage of the market is this? Is this just like where things just don't make any sense? Well, it might be that time. Well, so what is interesting here is what I'm talking about WTF Tron is that Tether mints $1 billion on the Tron network. So this is what we've hinted at this before, that the fact that Tron in total value locked is the highest in the entire market is because of the stablecoin market. And I think obviously Tether, being that they're the beast in stablecoin liquidity inside of crypto, that this would be a super bullish move for the Tron network and also for Tether. And what do you think they're going to do with all that liquidity? Well, I'm curious. I'm curious to see. All right, so this brings the total issuance of USDT over the past year to $33 billion, with $19 billion minted on Tron and $14 billion on Ethereum, highlighting Tron's growing importance for Tether. And then, so additionally, Tether has introduced USDT on Aptos blockchain, aiming to benefit from its low transaction fees and enhance user experience. This expansion is part of Tether's broader effort to increase liquidity and adoption within the cryptocurrency market, potentially signaling increased confidence in these blockchain networks. So whenever you start to see minting in the treasury of this amount, it just means that there's going to be a pump coming very soon. And so recently I have been studying the Litecoin chart. And guys, before we really get into this video and get into this live stream, I want you guys to subscribe if you're new. And if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. Absolutely destroy it. And we can get this stream out to more people. And guys, make sure you are in the Discord, because this is where we're going to, it'll give you a chance to know who is watching this channel. And what we do is we do meetups. We actually did a official Dojo crew meetup whenever the Bitcoin conference in Nashville happens. So we made that a successful meetup, and so we want to do more of this because it was so cool. It was awesome being able to meet these people and just see that people are coming out strong and believe in crypto and just want to have a good time, and had some, met some really some new friends and had some good conversations. So if you want to be a part of the community and know when we're doing stuff or special giveaways and things like that, you guys will be the first to know. And also make sure you are going to the website danielcurtishughes.com, because we are updating this constantly. This is always a work in progress experiment, this website. We have a Bitcoin trivia machine that you can orange pill people with. So it's a 10-question trivia game that you get a little reward at the end. And it's just a little fun way to orange pill people and also to test your Bitcoin knowledge. And so this is a very, it's starting to become more of a memeable website. You got custom matrix, Bitcoin going to the moon in real time, breaking out of the matrix code. And so also you can get the crypto bubbles. So what's interesting is that we had a nice pump on Brett, HTX also with the news of Tron, and then just anything that, with Justin Sun, and also Tron itself. Up 8%. We got BitTorrent up 17%. And so anything that had to do with anything with Justin Sun and what is affiliated with him had a nice pump on the daily with that news. So if you were in any of these tokens, then congratulations. You were already on the jump. And what's interesting is I actually, met someone who is part of the Tron ecosystem in Nashville. He's super bullish on Tron. He was actually, I think, the one that was running the Tron meetup event that we did not get a chance to go to. And he was explaining how like Tron is going to be like, you don't want to fade Tron. You want to keep your eyes on what Justin Sun is doing and what that ecosystem is doing, and be affiliated with Tron, because the liquidity is going to start really opening up. And I think probably, maybe making it easier for developers, for devs and projects to be able to use Tron. And I've always liked Tron just for the fact that like it's a good way to send on that network. Like I've used the Tron network for stablecoin market for USDT, and it's been very effective and easy. And I've used swap protocols or websites like CryptoSwap. I think is let me see, it's called. Let me make sure I'm going to the right website here. ChangeNow.io. Like ChangeNow.io has actually been very, very successful with me. And so, for instance, like I did this transaction here where I swapped, this right here for some Pulse chain. So there you go. There you go. Using the Tron network. All right, so let's get into the show. Let's get into the show. Make sure everyone's kind of popping in. Let's see who's here. YouTube sometimes is not very good at getting the algorithm and the algo and pushing the stream. People might even have the bell notified and dinged, and they are not getting the notifications on their phone for some odd reason. Not exactly sure why. And that's just, it is what it is. All right, so let's go here. So Elio Trades had mentioned a lot in this video, but I think the thing that he was most bullish on is this, this tap to pay. The tap to pay using USDC on iPhones incoming soon, and we've also have been talking about this, and we think that this is going to be a game changer when it comes to small businesses starting to accept USDC or even possibly USDT. You're swapping around, you're made a little bit of profits, and you're able to swap into USDC to get some groceries or, whatever. I mean, it's just, it's going to be a massive game changer for onboarding businesses into accepting crypto. And then you got to think like Coinbase is going to be involved with this, like helping businesses with getting just set up with their wallets, and then think about all the other exchanges or other businesses that will be created out of this to help onboard companies just across the board, whether it be small businesses or big businesses. And this is going to be pretty substantial, guys. It's going to be pretty substantial. All right, so we really love Plasma's take on Pepe, because it's pretty much the same thesis that we have going into this bull run, is that he's like, I don't know how many times I have to tell y'all, but you're better off going all in on Pepe. And we have more than just Pepe that we could put to this list, and it's a very small list. You go all in on Pepe and taking a free 20x, 30x from here, then losing everything on 50 different scams chasing 100x. That's what's so interesting, is that that's a very similar thesis that I have in this cycle, is that there are going to be still strong outlying memes that you could bet on as still high risk speculative bets. It's not like the memes are like they're just this safe bet. No, I mean it's 100% a gamble, but I think you can still, even with all of the tokens that have been created, we got pump.fun, we have all these Solana meme coins, we have all of these different Ethereum coins that are like, copycats of all these different things. We have coins coming out. There was a metric of literally Ivan on Tech this morning was talking about how in just the past 24 hours, or just the past like 16 hours, there had been 20,000 tokens minted, and then there was also a metric that I think it was Elio, where he said like basically 95% of the tokens that end up launching on pump.fun go nowhere. And there's like a very, very small percentage that actually end up making it to Radium, which is where they like once the token gets enough funds, then they set up the Radium liquidity pool to where then it could then eventually start being swapped and approved on that decentralized exchange. But then even those that make it to there, only like a very, very small percentage actually end up making the cut and end up surviving past the 24-hour period. So, yeah, he was saying that a lottery ticket honestly has almost better odds than going into these constant, what's the next 100x, what's the next 100x? And I've just now realized that if you have found the token and you gave it a good 5 months of studying, you've seen the chart, you've seen what it does, you've seen the whatever it may be. It's almost like a strong project goes through these things where it has like very small interest, and then all of a sudden people start to notice. Then people start to do their investigating, and they say, okay, well, there's these top wallets, there's these top holders. Okay, what if this well sells? And back and forth, and then it goes through the FUD era. It goes through the FUD phase. And then if it survives the crypto Twitter FUD phase of either whales selling off or people calling it a scam, then it enters into a reaccumulation mode. The price starts to pump again. And then you can see by community support or centralized exchange support or the chain that it's on, it's being supported. And I'm using Brett as an example if you haven't already figured out what I'm talking about. So Brett is a perfect example of battling all through of the crypto meme checklist of it becoming a strong meme. It going to literally over $1 billion market cap in a matter of 4 months. And it checked off and stood all the tests of what a strong meme coin that you can pick to hold up to the max profits, max run of the bull run, this particular run, because it was different in the previous cycle. I think the previous cycle we had Shiba Inu, we had Dogecoin, we had blue chips, actually like legit like blue chips, and also decentralized finance tokens pumping like crazy. And so now in this cycle, I personally think that it's going to be things like Pepe, like Brett, like these mascots. And there's a dog in there. There's still Dogecoin, obviously. And this is why we're going to also talk about what is happening with Elon, hinting, and also if Trump wins the election, then Elon Musk is going to be guaranteed a spot by being an advisor or some part of the cabinet on his administration. And so Elon posted this: "I'm willing to serve," and put the little hint here of Doge, Department of Government Efficiency. And so obviously with this, it's just Elon being Elon again in the perfect opportunity to represent the cryptocurrency market and Dogecoin as still his favorite cryptocurrency. And I think people have kind of just forgotten about X payments, like they don't care. Like there's been so much distraction from the fact that there's been so much there's so much happening in the world right now. Obviously, you're going to be getting distracted. So you're going to forget about a lot of things. You're going to forget about some really bullish things. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point of the distraction, the media distraction, even the crypto Twitter attacks that I think are literal attacks on your consciousness when these next 100x tokens come out. And it's just a big distraction from your thesis and your plan of what you had even just 4 or 5 months ago. And all you have to do is just keep sticking with that thesis and that plan for another 6 months going into the actual bull run, the top of the market, where we think the top of the market is going to be somewhere around here. It's going to be somewhere around here, right in this middle point. super bullish, but $150,000 per Bitcoin by the end of the year is in the cards per a ton of metrics that smarter people, people that are way smarter than I am, and know the markets and have been in way more cycles, have been pulling these metrics together. And all I'm doing is taking all of that and saying, okay, maybe there is a key point of profit taking that we can start to look at, and we still have the window is closing though. Like there's literally someone on the windowsill. They're going like this. They're closing the window, so the window is closing. It's not like it's getting longer. It is getting shorter, but I'm not going to be the person that is going to be like, this is your last chance, this is your blah blah blah, because it's not your last chance. I don't want to be that type of person that is going to make the red candled whatever screaming face thumbnails that say this is your last chance. It's like there's going to be ups and downs, there's going to be fluctuations, and if you also believe that Bitcoin is going to be the money, you don't care what price you're getting Bitcoin at this point, because it's just going to be the money. And if you can survive, if you can save the currency, your currency that you get paid, whether it be dollars, and you can battle something that's called the 10% inflation or more a year on the currency itself, and you're getting taxed heavy, and everything is going up, then what do you put your money into? Well, I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. Bitcoin's at 100K. You're still going to put it in there, because at that point, like, Bitcoin is going to be worth $1 million per coin. So even at 100K, Bitcoin's cheap. If you believe, and you don't have to believe it, it's just going to do it. It's going to go to $1 million per coin. And it's not that hard to see. It's not that hard to see how it could be either $500,000 per coin or $1 million per coin in the next 5 to 10 years. I think the bear markets for Bitcoin are going to get a lot shorter. And that's because the supply and demand mechanism of people hodling Bitcoin like their life depended on it now, the people that understand, they're like, I got to get more Bitcoin. And these companies, I explained to my wife, I was like, you got to understand, these people have so much money. They could go and F off somewhere on an island and retire their whole family still, but they are liquidating their assets to buy Bitcoin because they understand that they can't, that dream is actually sailed, because if it is true that your dollar is inflating by 10% or more on the year, and you're losing your purchasing power by over 30% with your savings account. And so by the end of whatever your 401k is, your savings account, say you had $1 million, that $1 million in 25 years will be worth $50,000. Maybe 100K, but that's it. That means your $1 million was just debased in purchasing power by over 70%. So it's still cheap. It's still cheap, guys. Okay, so this is what we want to study here on Litecoin. I want to get into this chart, guys, and I really want you to understand the momentum wave and the oscillator of what Litecoin does to reveal where the market is and where the market is going. These are both the previous cycles in 2017, where we had Litecoin go over to $360. This is the second cycle where we had the last previous bull run in 2021 of Litecoin going to over $300. And shout out to Randy Hipper, the most bullish crypto influencer on Litecoin. She was actually on the channel. If you guys want to go and check out that interview and live stream, just go back and click on the live streams and go and support her live stream. We will definitely have her back on the channel, and hopefully she invites us to come on her channel. And but yeah, she's a busy lady. All right, so but speaking of the Litecoin chart here, we want to show you that this is just an obvious market oscillator for when the market tops are coming, and when you still have a chance to accumulate things like Litecoin and things like altcoins in general, even Cardano, even Dogecoin, things like Near Protocol, and I mean Solana under $200 right now. Matic, look at that. I mean 44 cents. Metis at $30. When Litecoin is at $400 again, I think Metis would be at like $800 because this was the peak on Metis. A layer 2 for Ethereum. Look at this. So you go back. I need to go back to the Litecoin chart here. Let's go. Did I save Litecoin on here? Oh, whoopsie. Let me go back. Let me go back to Litecoin. I think it was the Bitstamp chart. Yes. Hey, guys, I mean, look at this. This makes me so bullish on the altcoins. What the potential of buying altcoins at these prices right now is giving us. Massive, massive buying potential here. So, like, you got to think. Look at the range that we're in Litecoin. Like, these are your resistance points here at the top, and then you have your support. We're basically sitting around in the range of massive, massive support for Litecoin. And look at the halving dates. Now, these are the halving dates. We have been August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Okay, so we are very, very close to hitting that parabolic move that traditionally happens after a Litecoin halving. Now, you could line this up with Bitcoin and say the exact same thing. And you look at the CME chart here. Look at the CME chart, and you can see that, wow, then we have a massive cup and handle pattern forming. And if we put Bitcoin halving events, we'll go to the monthly. We need it on not the CME, but we need it on this one. Okay. Second halving, just an insane percentage move in the thousands. Third halving, we went up as high as 700%. This fourth halving, we're sitting at a cup and handle with Pepe holding the cup, and I think the bullish steam pattern will show you here that I think in Christmas we're going to be seeing Bitcoin trading right inside this range. And if I'm really, really bullish, the steam is just going to go we're going to get so steamed out. It's just going to be like a sauna. Way up there. I'm excited. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun, guys. What do you think? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with the bullish steam TA. I'm the only crypto YouTuber that has given you bullish steam TA. It's Mr. M's favorite TA indicator is the steam from the bullish cup and handle pattern. All right, let's see if we got some people tuning in. We got some people tuning in. Make sure you make yourselves known in the chat. Please spam the chat with some emojis. We're going to be ending the stream here in about 5 minutes. So we got 5 minutes left, and we're going to go through some of the other tweets that we had. We're basically, Marty Party says we're right on schedule to start to crank up past 100K before the U.S. election, and then the U.S. election, we're going to see what he thinks is a dump. And then after that dump, we start to just crush up to This actually, like, this actually goes pretty, this, I agree with this. This is pretty dead on, very close to where I think the prices were going to go. I said, look, we could go all the way up to as high as $125,000 or $150,000 per Bitcoin. Then we will see a traditional 20%, 30% dump from those highs because the market's going to get so out of control, so frothy. And then we see a dump. But what's going to be interesting is it's only going to dump like back down what I said to maybe 90K. So he said, okay, like it would dump down to 90K, fake and try and pump again. And then it dumps to an even lower consolidation point, maybe previous, support. And then we just blast off from there. And then he thinks that U.S. stable dollar legal tender, where there's going to be some type of issuance of a digital dollar that is Fed backed. And then all of a sudden, Bitcoin just starts to go parabolic, and people are like, "Okay, nope, don't want our funds to be turned off randomly for making the wrong tweet." And then people start to buy Bitcoin. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, so yep, we did that. Elon talking about, let's actually look at we wanted to show you the Doge interest over time worldwide in the past 7 days has been trending up. And if you look at the past 12 months, I want to show you like where we've had these certain spikes was when Dogecoin was it has always been the underlying father of memes. Okay, so this is why Dogecoin is still the top dog, regardless if there's all these other dogs. It's still the top dog, and it is what has inspired every other dog meme coin, and every dog meme coin needs to pay homage to the original dog meme coin. So they wouldn't exist if there wasn't a dog meme that was made first to begin with. So, we got Crypto Glenn. I was trying to find your channel, dude. Okay, so yes, it was good to see you as well and good to meet you. Shout out to Crypto Glenn. We actually ran into him at the Karate Combat at the VIP little section backstage. We're hanging out, just chatting, getting some drinks and stuff, checking out the food. And he was telling me, he was like, bro, you got to get on TikTok. And guess what? I did. I got on TikTok. So you gotta share some of my stuff. I made some talks. I made some ticks and I made some talks. So I did what you said. I at least got it. I got it started. So I don't know if I can stream to it yet because you have to have a certain amount of followers. So I haven't checked up on it yet to see how the follower count is doing or how even the things that I shared are doing. But good to see you. Good to see you. I believe so. Yeah, if you just type in @DanoCrypto, it might be @DanoCrypto904. I think it's that. Yeah, try @DanoCrypto904 and you could put me on blast there. Just All right, so this is what I want to see the past 5 years. Let's see the past 5 years. Okay, so when you zoom into this, it's very interesting where we had this massive uptick of trend. And if you look at where it was the most popular, we had United States, Iran, Turkey, Canada, Nigeria. And so we see these little spikes here. But what I think is going to happen is we are going to have Elon implement, and the X Payments team is going to implement Dogecoin as a payment option for X Payments. And we are going to see this interest spike right here, and it's already spiking in the past 7 days. So if you look at the past 7 days, we're getting these nice spikes, and I will attribute that to obviously the bull posting that that Elon did on X.com. And also we just want to remind you guys that the Bitcoin supply is nearing its cap of what the miners are actually able to mine, and so it's set that it would culminate in the year 2140, but this milestone coincides with the recent market fluctuations, and also this was as of August 19th. 94% of Bitcoin's total supply has been mined. 94% of it has been mined. That's pretty crazy. With only 1.26 million Bitcoins left to be issued over the next 116 years. So what that tells me is that Bitcoin will be offered at a massive premium over its existence instead of it being offered at discounts. Because before, it was being offered at discount, and now it is obvious that we're going to see the exchange running out of Bitcoin, and then we're going to, the exchanges are going to have their own personal bear market of supply, and that is going to make the price go up. It will make the price go up. And ultimately, when that price goes up, it will carry the rest of the market. It will carry the rest of the altcoins. And we will see Litecoin over $200 again, over $300 again. And it will probably pump a lot of your bags. But your mission and your goal is to not think that it can keep going, because then that is when you're going to lose. You have to be DCAing into the market, and you have to be DCAing out of the market. And the moment you start to like really hold, like you're like, yeah, like this thing is going to keep going. It's like you're like doubling down, tripling down. It's almost like you're at the casino and you just made a big win, and you're like, I'm going to go in, and then you lose it all. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that this cycle. And so that is going to be the ultimate test of your will, is can you take the profits on these things that are making you a lot of money? Because that's the whole point, is that you are trying to secure yourself and your wealth, and this is how you are doing it. Crypto is the only thing right now in this world that is going to do this in a sped up, fast run, character leveling, like in Diablo 2, where you had your character rushed through the entire game so you could get all these items and get things super fast in just like a few hours. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like getting a character rushed in World of Warcraft where you arrive at a place and you're like, man, okay, that's what crypto is essentially. It's like getting your character fast rushed in RL. But the point is that you have to know when to take the profits. We think that profit taking would be pretty smart at quarter one 2025. I mean, at any point where you start seeing Bitcoin at $150,000, I mean, and everything is just going insane, that would be a pretty sweet time to start scooping some cream off of the top of the ice cream. Like the whole thing. I mean, you just kind of scoop up a little bit and take it off, and then there we go. And I think ultimately this might be, I don't know if you guys will agree with this, because I was thinking, oh yeah, if Trump wins, market pumps, Kamala wins, market dumps. I don't want to think like that, because maybe, just maybe, the market pumps either way. Maybe the market pumps either way, because the demand for Bitcoin is not going to change. It might toss up the landscape a lot for sure, but I don't necessarily think that the whole entire market will just like take a massive plunge, because that wouldn't look good. I mean, that wouldn't look good for anyone. Yeah, saw that. Yep. Crypto Glenn makes a good point. Gary Gensler reportedly, apparently, is going to be Treasury Secretary. It's like having Timothy Geithner as your Treasury Secretary. It's like having, I don't even care. Gotta keep going down the list. It's like having Alan Greenspan. Oh man, yeah. So I don't know. I think Yeah. So yeah, Operation Choke Point gets kicked into overdrive. I don't know. But yeah, it would be interesting to see what happens. I mean, because you have to put that on the table. You have to think like there's a possibility. There is a possibility that, I mean, it's anyone's game. it's anyone's game at this point when you think about the game and how it's played. So holy crap. I mean, you have no idea what's really going to happen. And so I just don't know. But what I do know is that regardless of what's happened in all these previous years, like even after COVID, look what happened after COVID and this cycle right here with Litecoin. I mean, this thing went up, right back up and tested its all-time highs. I mean, that's a nasty wick right there, but I mean, at least it went up. It went up to almost $410, and then it wicked down. And if we look at, let's look at the daily. I want to look at the daily and see like where that thing just started to like really go, and then how long did it take for it to dump down, because it went to $411, then it traded down into this wick to 350 and then pumped back up almost to 3. I almost feel like I remember that. I remember Litecoin doing this and being like, holy crap, the Litecoin, like it, because it was like at $200. And then I remember, because this is when I got into the market. I literally got into the market right here. And right when Litecoin was $100, and then I remember actually buying some Litecoin and seeing that my profits were. I was like, I bought one Litecoin, and I was like, I bought like a piece of it. I think I bought like a half a Litecoin, and then I sold right here, and then obviously it went right back down, and then look, it just pumped all the way up to 410. So it's insane, and this was in a matter of just like you go right here. Right where it hit support and then just started a pump was January 12th, and then you go all the way here, and then and then May, January, February, March, April, May. So give it a couple of months and some patience and some upswings and emotional trauma, and then you take profits right in this range. But that's the thing, God, that's what we're gonna try and do right here, guys. Because look, this is gonna be all emotional trauma. Like, you are going to have to go through all the emotional trauma of the coin literally doing stuff like this and just like going and just doing stupid stuff, like where you're going to be like, you're going to want to scream, and you're going to be like, oh my God, do I sell? Oh my God, I'm an idiot. And then you're like, I'm an idiot. You're like, I'm dumb. And then you're like, yes, I'm so smart. I was right. And then you're like, nope, I'm stupid. When it goes back to here, and then it keeps going back and forth until finally you break through, and then you're like, okay, yes, I really am smart. I really am so smart. Look, I even have one tooth. I'm so smart. And then you still have to battle again where it dumps down to here, and you're like, oh my Lanta, I am going to scream until my face flies off with my tongue out. And then you have to still battle that emotion, and then then you win. Then you get the star, Mario star at the end of your journey, if you can last through all of this. Because that's exactly what happened right here. I could probably take this drawing and move it all the way over here, and it would probably line up perfectly. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Look at that. That's yeah. Yeah. So it's just DCA, hold. Don't trade your bags to the market, and you will be okay. You just have to have some patience. You just have to have some patience, and we will get here. We will get here. We will get there. All right. Want to give a shout out to all the partners of the channel. Want to give a shout out to OurBit. Super awesome working with you guys. Wanted to give you guys a shout out. Loving your exchange so far. And want to also give a shout out to our other partners of the channel. We got BITFLEX. We're still running that campaign, and all of the links are in the description. And also shout out to PHEMEX as well. These are all the exchanges that we like to use, and also get your NordVPN. And also, by the way, you do not have to have, with this particular one, you do not have to have a VPN, which is very nice. And I've been really liking this exchange and very excited to be using the platform. And guys, we got to stay strong. We have to stay strong in these markets because Bitcoin is going to do some Bitcoin stuff for the next couple of months that is going to make you think that it's over. But it's not over. It's not over till it's over, guys. It's not over till it's over. All right. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll see you on the next one. Smash up the likes before you guys leave. Appreciate it.